And over to Brazil now with G. G, what have you got for us? Any positivity at all? Oh, you're on mute, G. You're on mute. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, that's the kind of day we're having, isn't it, really?
There we go.
Yeah, hello, Barnaby. All right, mate. I do actually really enjoy your commentary. I followed you about, I really like your channel as well.
There's a but coming here.
Oh, get me fucking on.
No, I just mean there's a but, like you're about to say but.
No, it's not a but.
Oh, right.
Thank you. That's it. I really like it, and I try and get people to come over to your channel because I think you deserve the subs. I like the stuff you do on there.
Cheers, mate. How do you feel about getting absolutely
in another world,
Liverpool?
Though, I would say that you completely lost it again today, as you do, and I totally understand why you lost it. But and you say these things the same thing, and I just want to address that really because on one part you say one thing, and I understand it. We're all hurt. We've just lost a game against the best club in the world. Let's face it, probably. Do you know what I mean? And when you say men against boys, yes, probably true as well, because we've got 18 and 17-year-old kids out there, haven't we? We've got two players that haven't even played for us before playing tonight. And you expect, and everyone else expect, for some reason, because we managed, when we had a forward, a striker, all game, Solanke, that we managed to get a bye on a win when Bissouma, for once in his life, didn't actually make a mistake. For some reason, you think this is some kind of a catastrophe. You have no right to do that. None of us have. None of us have a right.
Of course we do. We have absolutely our right to feel how we feel about the football club.
You have a right to feel how you feel, but not to make those excuses, because there's no excuse on that. They are the excuses. I want to know what position didn't Gray play tonight?
Let me give you an example of something that would have impressed me tonight. If after 10 minutes where we could literally all see that we were getting completely outnumbered in midfield and there was huge gaps down the middle and we were just embarrassing, he took off Son Heung-min and brought on Lucas Bergwall and put 4 in the middle of midfield and said, get around that. And then at least each time we had the ball, we'd have another extra option to pass it to. But he didn't. He's unwilling to. And he didn't even make changes at halftime when we could all see that Sarr and Bissouma had to come off. And then he made it 10 minutes later when it was already 2-0 and the game had gone.
Would have made a slightest bit of difference. Those 10 minutes worth of a sub. That's basically what your whole argument is on here, Barnaby. I've got to be honest.
No, my argument I just told you was he should have. My argument was he should have made a change.
On the one hand, you say, oh, they look knackered, they're spent, nobody's got the energy. And on the other hand,
he should have made a change after 10 minutes of the game.
Like they've got Uncle Joe on their back with a whip. You know what I mean? They don't have the energy. They're knackered. They're gone. Porro couldn't play because if Porro played, you'd be the first down his throat saying, why did he play Porro? No wonder he's injured.
But did you hear what I said about he should have made a change after 10 minutes of the game?
After 10 minutes, the game wouldn't have made any difference. One player wouldn't have made a difference today. Not one player. He doesn't have the players to make a difference. It's not Liverpool. We're not Liverpool, Barnaby. You better get used to it, mate. We've just come out. We are 6. Barnaby, hold on a minute. We are 6 games, as we've spoken before, 6 games into a 3-day period where we were. With Germany and back, we didn't even have a chance. There's no chance to train. Postecoglou said this. You must have heard this. You've reported it yourself. And yet you're saying what's happening with the training? Why are all these injuries? No, we have the most amount of games in the shortest amount of time than any other club in the world right now. And we're still on only the 6th of 7 games where we only have a 3-day turnaround. We play Villa when? It's hardly worth them getting on the bus and going back home, is it, to the hotel? And before they get up to Villa, they might as well just go down to Villa and go, I'll call it a day, lads. You know what I mean?
How do we have more games than any other Europa League team?
No, we've had more games in quick succession for the past 3 months relentlessly than any other team. Look it up. It comes in at 3.66 games a day. All these other teams, they have full squads. Look at the 2 players.
We've literally just played a team tonight who've played exactly the same amount of games as us.
Yeah, and look at the squad they've got. Are they playing all their players
injured?
Half of their players
are injured, G. None of them are injured.
So why
do we have so many injuries?
Barnaby, they brought on 2 players, man, that would like wipe out, would just walk straight into our club, man for man, right? And we're talking about kids here. Gray and that, believe it or not, are still kids. They're still children. They wouldn't be playing normally, right? Man for man, are you telling me that our squad is better than Liverpool's?
No, but I'm telling
No,
you that
you're
I
not,
expect.
and that's it. And that's all there is to it. Man for man, who has the better squad, the least amount of injuries?
Yeah, so why do we have so many injuries, G?
Why? Because we're fitting so many games into such a short amount of time.
So at Liverpool.
But they have a full squad.
We have a full squad as well. We have 25 players.
No, yeah, they do, but they don't have. They have a full. All right, our full squad. Then, if you want to play that game, all right, then Barnaby. Our full
I'm
squad.
asking you why we get so many injuries.
I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Our full squad, right, which is in a project mode at the moment. We're trying to get other players in to replace others. Our full squad versus Liverpool, man for man, right, as a full squad. Which squad has the better team? Would you say, player for player?
But you're totally ignoring
no,
my
I'm not.
point.
You're nothing. Answer me the question.
You're ignoring my point, because my whole point is, which you say I bang on about, is why have we got so many injuries? Why? That is the problem. I say it all the time. I'm like, I want it to work for Ange Postecoglou. I like him a lot. Why does it work? Why has he got so many more injuries than everybody else?
I've answered your question. I've said exactly the same thing that you have also said.
No, because you said because we played more games than anyone else, but tonight we played Liverpool and they haven't had that many injuries. Why? Why? They haven't had any injuries, in fact.
Because they've got a full squad. They haven't changed. Their squad's practically the same as when we played them in the Champions League, and they've strengthened.
Sorry, then maybe you're just misusing
the word. Maybe you're just and have a look at the teams. Look at the squad.
Maybe you're just misusing the word full, because we also had a 25-man squad, but we had 10 or 12 of them out injured.
So man for man, right? If we had all of our squad together at the moment, man for man, would you say that our squad is better than Liverpool's squad?
No. Why would I ever say that?
Well, there you go. Case closed.
The case of what?
And why do you expect that our depleted squad is going to go out there and thrash Liverpool tonight?
Well,
without Solanke and without Bissouma making a mistake.
I've never said we're going to thrash anyone. What I'm
You're not going to thrash, no, but don't get on the words on it, Barnaby. Don't manipulate what I'm saying. What you're saying is you expected us to go out there and win tonight.
No, I never said that either. I expect us to put in a performance that had some desire and some kind of balls and some kind of grit and some kind of determination.
I know the players aren't fit and they've got no legs in them. So how do you expect that to happen?
Because it's a semi-final and you fucking work your nuts off.
Of course they do, but you're not out there.
If you watch it back and you watch them all jogging as the players run through the centre of midfield,
right?
You come back and tell me players like, go and watch it. I've literally been watching.
You really think, Barnaby, do you really think that those players just couldn't be bothered today because we won 1-0 and now they can't be bothered because there's a cup final coming up? Come on.
I honestly think players like Yves Bissouma just don't have the right mentality to do what is needed to play this style of football.
I agree. You've picked on one player. That's true. Yeah. But we need the other players. We need, like Liverpool have, we need like those 2 players they brought on, their first substitutes. You said it yourself. What was that? Like 100 million's worth. And it weren't like a lot of their players, Klopp did a fantastic job. And this is Klopp's side, remember, don't forget. They did a great job. They got a great team. It's one of the best in the world. And you're expecting what we've got to go out there and like with no legs in them, knackered, getting injuries. You then want them to actually go that extra mile then and make more injuries. That's why Richarlison's out. We don't have another substitute. We got one in tonight. His first time. He's our only striker. We only had Solanke. That's why we got through in the first leg. I just don't get it, Barnaby. What you say,
I'm just calling for some desire.
I understand.
We're all got to let you go now, mate, because we've got 3 minutes.
We're all grieving. Last thing. We're all grieving, mate, and I get it. I do respect you a lot, but I just think what you're saying contradicts yourself so much, and I understand why. It's because we've lost. None of us like it. We just have to take a minute and just have a look at the real situation. You know,
well, gee, I think for you to suggest that I'm getting too emotional and too passionate is a little bit like pot and kettle. But anyway, thanks a lot for coming on. See you later. Bye.